And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door. My people, I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, we hope your day is going terrible. We hope your day is going terrible, and it surely will be after this video. So you see the title of the video. Next season, LeBron James is set to become the worst scorer in NBA history. Now you may say, how is that? Well, if you apply fanboy logic to it, it is very simple. See, according to fanboys, because LeBron James is the all-time leading scorer, that makes him the greatest scorer in the history of the game. Well, by that logic, what happens next season when LeBron James becomes the all-time leader in field goals missed? Fanboys, that's a question for you. If LeBron James, having the all-time leading record in scoring, makes him the greatest scorer ever, what happens next season when he becomes the all-time leader in missed field goals? Well, I think according to fanboy logic, that would make LeBron James the worst scorer in NBA history. So let's take a look at this. It looks like it's going to happen in the first game. Now, I'm not sure who the Lakers are playing first next season, but whoever they play first are going to witness some history. Because as it stands right now, Kobe Bryant, the guy that LeBron James loves to hate and that his fanboy followers love to hate, Kobe Bryant is the all-time leader in missed field goals at 14,481. LeBron James is only 5 missed shots behind Kobe Bryant in missed field goals. And so, next season, Lakers' first game, unless LeBron James prolongs this as long as possible, I could see him doing something like that. I really could see LeBron James doing something like that. Taking a lot less shots or only taking shots close to the basket, which he does anyway, but even more so than normal. I can really see him trying to prolong this. But next, whatever the first game is, I believe LeBron James inevitably will get those 5 missed shots, thus taking the record for missed shots from Kobe Bryant, and thus becoming the worst scorer in NBA history. Now, I find this interesting for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons that LeBron James becoming the all-time leader in missed field goals is going to be so interesting is that LeBron James, they always refer to him as this pass first player. This is interesting that the pass first player is going to be all-time leading in missed shots. And I think, this is just another one of those things of, like I said, when your legacy, when your kingdom is built on lies, it inevitably will crumble. It inevitably will contradict itself. Because not only, the truth always reveals itself, but when you are constantly spinning so many different lies, you can't keep it all straight. And so, this whole, first of all, the fact that LeBron James, the all-time leading scorer, that right there should show you he's not a pass-first player. But then this is another stat, all-time leader in missed field goals, which he will become That also shows you that LeBron James is not a pass first player. Now, here are some other things. Just for you fanboys, here's some other things about your queen. The pass first player. Here's some other things about him. 3-point misses. And LeBron James is number 3 all time in missed 3-point attempts. Again, doesn't sound like a pass first player to me. And he's up there with James Harden, number 1, Steph Curry, number 2, LeBron James, number 3, Ray Allen, number 4, Damian Lillard, number 5, Jamal Crawford, number 6, Reggie Miller, number 7, Vince Carter, number 8, Kyle Lowry, number 9, and guess who's at 10, fanboy? You guys' favorite person, Jason Terry, the one who slapped your king upside the head in 2011. He's number 10. Now, what do all of these players that I named have in common on this list, on this most 3-point misses in NBA history, all time? Top 10. What do all these players have in common, fanboys? None of them are pass first players. This is what they all have in common. So yeah. And then here's one more. We're going to keep this video short, but I just thought this was something interesting to put out. Here's something else that your king, that your false king, that your queen, the deer, leader of the 4 and 6 kingdom, is top 5 in. And that is missed free throws. Again, this is ironic for a lot of reasons. This is ironic because it goes along with, missed free throws, missed 3-pointers, missed field goals in general. Again, not a pass first player. But this is also interesting because for LeBron James to have so many misses, that means he is taking lots of free throws. And LeBron James is one who complains all the time about fouls. He complains all the time about fouls. And another thing that's interesting about this list, and I'm going to read this list, and well, let me read the list first. So this list is missed free throws. Number 1 is Wilt Chamberlain. Number 2 is Shaquille O'Neal. Number 3 is Dwight Howard. Number 4 is Karl Malone. Number 5 is the Deer. Number 6, Walt Bellamy. Number 7, Elvin Hayes. Number 8, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 9, Tim Duncan. Number 10, Moses Malone. Now, what does this list have in common? What does this list of missed free throws have in common? Well, these are all big men. These are all big men. And so I think it is interesting that, and I think big men typically, a lot of big men typically are not great free throw shooters. I've heard different things, the size of the hands make it more difficult to get a feel for the ball. The strength behind the big men make it more difficult to get a consistent touch. But I think it's interesting that LeBron James falls right in this category. Top 5 in missed free throws, along with these big men. However, unlike these big men, LeBron James is ball dominant. He has the ball in his hands all the time. So I would argue that for LeBron James, this is an unforgivable thing to be so terrible at free throws. Yeah, you know, for someone who plays the system, which is basically standing at the top of the key, you know, and either driving to the, you know, driving and kicking or stiff arming his way to the basket. For someone who handles the ball as much as he does, this is not acceptable. And even more, I would say, if you combine all of these things along with other things, you know, the turnovers and the fact that he's not a great shooter from outside 3 feet, to me, these are just all things that more show you that LeBron James shouldn't be a top 5 player. You know, let alone in the GOAT debate, or let alone this number 2 that the mainstream media keeps trying to put out there. You know, to me, all these things together show you that LeBron James is not a top 5 player. And then you add in, you know, especially when you add in the obvious, the, you know, forming super teams and the flopping and the whining and all of those things. So this is a short video, but, you know, it was mostly to bring attention to the fact, to prepare everyone that that LeBron James will indeed continue to set records next year, and the first record that he will set will be missed field goal. So fanboys, get ready, because the day that LeBron sets that, whatever the Lakers' first game of the season is, your king will officially be the worst scorer in NBA history, according to you guys' logic. You know what? And I'm going to just go ahead and say this before I get off here. See, fanboys, this is what happens when you diminish, when you don't respect the past eras. You leave yourself open for these kind of things. Michael Jordan fans, myself as a Michael Jordan fan, I think Michael Jordan is better than Larry Bird. I think he's better than Magic Johnson. I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. However, I have never propped up Michael Jordan by diminishing Larry Bird. I didn't have to start trying to call out Larry Bird's flaws to say why Michael Jordan is better. I just simply say, I believe Michael Jordan is better at these things than Larry Bird is. But I would never, you know, well, first of all, if anyone said this, they would be a lie to say, oh, Larry Bird is trash at this, or Larry Bird is trash at that. That would be a complete lie, because Larry Bird is one of the most skilled players in the history of the game. But you fanboys, this is what you open yourselves up for when you make these disingenuous arguments, when you make these when you're constantly moving the goalposts, you open yourself up for this kind of stuff. You know, again, you fanboys who follow the Nick Wrights and whatnot, you guys are the ones who started literally trying to diminish past eras. And again, this is clutch sports propaganda as well. You know, this is LeBron James and JJ Ridiculous getting on the Just the Game podcast and taking little shots at past eras, you know, taking little passive-aggressive shots at past eras. This is what you guys do. So this is what you open yourself up for. It's for, you know, if you want to go by that logic, that LeBron James having, you know, taking the scoring title from Kareem makes him the best scorer ever. Well, that same logic means that if he has the most field goals missed, he must be the worst scorer ever as well. So, anyway, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. How are you guys feeling? What do you guys think? Are you guys excited to see the Lakers' first game next season, to see LeBron James break another record? To break yet another record. Are you guys excited to see LeBron James become the worst scorer in the NBA history? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly truly, truly fantastic day. And I'll see you next time. All right.